We better buckle up for this one. One team already ranked in the top 25, the other sitting just on the cusp and trying to prove a point in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on the winners of 6th straight, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The Bears will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So Texas's offense will be first on the attack. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pop.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Red pass, it's complete. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Offense gets set for second down. They'll send the back in motion. Gonna swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Otis. Oh, out of space. He's at the touchdown Longhorn. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it. Bellowing out Texas fight right now as the Horns are ready after that touchdown drive.
And what a great way to start. Get the crowd jacked up. When you do something good like this early, that burnt orange is going absolutely bananas in the stands. And the rest of the game, the defense, the special teams, everybody feeds off their great energy.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Baylor's offense will go to work for the first time today. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know him, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning Turkey Bowl. With knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked, maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal.
Turning it on! Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. A little screen to the running back. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. The Bears in the hurry up. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Running back searching for a hole. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Looking to throw, it's Gee. Throws for the tight end. Got it in the middle, it's Cole. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Baylor! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. Got his man. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Finds space on the right. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They'll line up for a second down play. The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Caught over the middle. It's sacked. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. The Longhorns will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back to throw, it's Gee. Makes the grab. No chance to run, but still a good gain. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Sets up the screen. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Bears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Hand off from the shotgun. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Handoff to the lone back. Finds a little bit of room, picks up 4 out to the 13. The Bears racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll give it to the back. Creates a little room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. From the gun, the running back has it. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. They'll try to pop the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. If this offense had a little extra time to think about it, let's see what they have on 3rd down. To the air, it's Gee. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
That is how you start a drive. Meet the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on 2nd down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference. Defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The Bears will hustle to the line. Scanning the field, it's Gee. Oh, they're after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that sack.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a couple of ACC teams colliding in a game that could have some implications. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Duke. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Rushes on him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Dropping back, it's Gee. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. And the Bears want to crank the tempo. Handoff from the gun. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He gets it past the 30, and they'll get him out of bounds at the 32. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10.
Really nice job on third down by this offense. This offense has struggled on third downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. And the Bears are moving quickly down the field.
When you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get 1st downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Back to throw, it's Gee. Makes the grab on the left. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The play-action fake. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. They're going to pass on the field goal. They're still looking for 6 in this situation. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. The metrics tell you so often, go ahead, go for it on 4th down, and it pays off there.
That just shows you the head coach's confidence in his quarterback to go out on a critical 4th down and
fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. The give to the back. Oh, better look out. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. To the air on 2nd down. Gets it out quickly. And they'll knock him down. The Bears moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw, it's Gee. They've got the screen set up. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold on.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Splits the uprights, it's good. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Dumps it off in the flats. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off play action. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Flips it out on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll go with a quick touch pass. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. And some room to work. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. And the Bears are in the hurry-up.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the 1st half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half. The referee signaled for the 2-minute timeout. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet. miles ahead. Touchdown Bears! Great job by the back on the option.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. They'll try the run.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's set. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They got it out to the 41 with a first down. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds a man in the middle. Touchdown Longhorns! And once he found open space, the fans might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the ACC. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by a field goal over Duke. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that? There he goes to the right. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. They thought they had the lead, and the flag breaks their heart, and now they'll have to try it again. They'll go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds his man. It's Wilcox. Boards up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. To the air. It's Gee. Bringing the heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Bears decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Now a fair catch is called for and made just shy of midfield. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Right on target this time. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. The offense burns his third and final timeout of the half. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. A sack. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. And I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. They'll run it from the gun. There he goes. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Baylor!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
They got the touchdown, but now they want the 2 to tie this baby up. Looking for a man. It's Gee. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Texas offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Otis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll move the tight end. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Let's see what they've got on second down. They believe they can run right here. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Longhorns send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Looking to throw on 1st down. Floats it out in space. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
The RPO, it's complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a cut. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Gee. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Bears are on the move. Off the RPO, complete. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The Bears have it with a 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Trying to bull his way in. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well and not give back that last score. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Gets it out fast. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Creates a little space. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll throw on 3rd down. Makes the catch. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Open.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Wide receiver comes in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. To the ground with the back. Makes it past the marker. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Complete in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. At the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Off the play fake. He got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And with the extra point, they have a 2-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Ann Arbor for a long time. They're up by 16 over Minnesota. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. It's a fumble! Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. The Bears want to pick up the tempo. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Here's a heat. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And the Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play.
Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Going to the running game. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Longhorns look to do some damage in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Punts it out of the air. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Motion from the wideout. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he tacks on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Final play of the quarter coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's brought down after a solid gain, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They go to the ground. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
The Bears will punt this one away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The give to the left side. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Right down the middle. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in. It's Otis. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's fourth down coming. And the Longhorns will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Got the quick completion. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. Looking to pass. It's Gee. And the pass was broken up, incomplete, and there's a flag on the field. This could be offensive holding. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their deep. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it on the outside. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Baylor! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. And these guys come out feeling some game pressure. Things have tightened up and they punted it last time they had it. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. To the air on first down. Got his man downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. Gonna look downfield again. Throws to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Longhorns will call on their punt team. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Bears hit it quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Gee. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. The Bears will punt it away on fourth down. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. Starts a drive trying to go up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, he'll throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Working the middle. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all.
Turning it on! That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. They're going to ride this running back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. There's the pressure. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat them. A 5-point lead here in the fourth. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. They'll back him up with a holding penalty this time. They've spent most of the day backing them up with sacks anyway. He'll pull it on the read. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Bears want to move quickly. Looking downfield, it's Gee. Lost one deep down the right side. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Now facing a third and long from the 50-yard line. Here's the handoff. They don't get nearly enough on third down. Fourth down coming from the 48. And the Longhorns line up to punt it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Split backs here. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick completion to the right. Crosses the 30. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Bears, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air, it's Gee. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There he goes. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Bears have their offense in high gear.
And he finally breaks when they get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
What a beautiful day for the defense. A sack for you, a sack for you. Everybody gets a sack. Everything good happening for this defense.
And the Bears decide to punt it away. And nobody able to handle that punt, and they'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's set. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's a quick throw out to the left. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. On the move. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. He's got it again. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Third down coming up.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. They boot it away on fourth down. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Looking to throw, it's Gee. Finds his big tight end.
And how about the defense? How big was that stop? Forcing the punt, getting it back to the offense, and all of a sudden, you feel the momentum now on their side.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw on third. Finds his man in the middle. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. To the line quickly. They'll spike it to save some time. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilcox. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bears in the hurry-up. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to pass, and they don't have a lot of time to work with. Going for it all. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Bears! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth. The great Nick Saban often says players often respond better to losses. They listen more than they do if they're getting away with things in wins. So maybe this is an opportunity to recalibrate.
I think you take it first and you internalize it and you get upset because obviously the goal was to win the game. But you've also got to flip the switch really quickly, Jesse, and say, okay, what do I need to work on? Because I only got one loss. I'm still very much in the thick of all of my dreams that I want to come true. So I can't take it too hard, but I got to use it.
Yeah, this loss definitely hurts, and I know one of the goals for this team at the start of the year was to go undefeated and win a national championship. You can't go undefeated anymore, but you can still win a national championship. The key is the leadership in the locker room. They've got to turn the page. They've got to get everybody refocused. You can't let this loss now turn into 2 or 3 or more down the road.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.